Hello, dear lovely audience. Welcome back to another Bravo TV new recap. Everyone, I know you'll have been waiting for this. Thank you guys so much for your patience. Shep has spirit, yes he does. Hep Rose isn't just looking for love these days. The relationship bachelor was also hoping for victory for his alma mater, the University of Georgia, in the college football championship game Monday night. Shep cheered on his beloved Bulldogs as they faced the Alabama Crimson Tide at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Shep, who graduated from UGA in 2002 with a degree in economics, attended the game with an old friend. Spirits were high for Shep and all the Bulldogs fans in the stadium as UGA was in the lead over Alabama 20-10 in the fourth quarter. Unfortunately for Shep, the game eventually went into overtime, ultimately ending in Alabama's victory over Georgia 26-23. Shep's face in the below photo pretty much says it all. Hopefully, Shep will have better luck in love in the season finale of Relationship Monday at October 9th. Check out a sneak peek below. There are game days, and then there are game days, capital G, capital D, the kind that divide time into before and after. For Shep Rose, the college football championship wasn't just another Saturday night under stadium lights. It was a pilgrimage. It was personal. And by the end of it, he would go through every emotion in the book, each one burning its signature onto his soul like a branding iron. He didn't know it yet, of course. At 8:17 a.m., Shep was still in his hotel room, sipping an aggressively overpriced cold brew while staring out at the skyline of downtown Atlanta, where the championship was being held this year. Sunlight slid between the curtains, cutting long lines across the carpet like yard markers. "I can feel it," he said out loud to no one, his southern drawl bouncing off the hotel walls. "Today's gonna be biblical." Tailgate glory, joy, pride, and the buzz of anticipation. By 10:30, Shep had made it to Lot 22, the tailgate spot, where alumni reunite like war veterans. Flags were flying, beers cracked open like church bells ringing. There was something sacred about it. His college buddies were already circled around a fold-out table piled high with barbecue, chips, and a jug of something brown and dangerously sweet. "Shep, you beautiful bastard," yelled Trey, his freshman-year roommate and current father of three. They embraced like long-lost brothers. Laughter came easy. Someone passed him a solo cup. A portable speaker blasted fight songs like battle hymns. For a brief moment, Shep wasn't a reality TV star. He wasn't fielding snarky tweets or dodging questions about commitment. He was just another fan in a sea of fans, wildly optimistic, sun-kissed, and full of bourbon and hope. He was also wearing his lucky shoes, those worn brown loafers that had seen 2 rivalry wins and only 1 heartbreak. Statistically speaking, they were on his side. Entering the stadium, awe, anxiety, and the chill of history. An hour before kickoff, Shep entered the stadium, flanked by tens of thousands of fans dressed in a uniform of team colors and blind faith. The roar hit him like a tidal wave. "God Almighty," he whispered. "It's louder than a SEC wedding reception in here." The lights were brighter than he remembered. The field looked impossibly green, like a movie set. He found a seat near the 40-yard line and just stood there for a moment, soaking it all in. This was the place where legends were made, where stories lived forever. But the butterflies in his stomach? Relentless. He was seated next to a family of superfans, dad in full face paint, mom wearing a DIY bedazzled sweatshirt, and a kid who couldn't have been older than 10 already screaming defensive schemes. "Big day," the dad said. Shep grinned, heart pounding. Biggest. Kickoff. Confidence, electric energy, and the first cracks of doubt. The national anthem played. The coin was tossed. The ball soared. And just like that, the championship began. The first drive was a beauty. Shep's team, his team, moved down the field like they were gliding on rails. Quick passes, smart runs, a third down conversion that made Shep leap out of his seat. "Let's go," he shouted, nearly knocking over his soda. Then came the touchdown. Pure, unfiltered joy. Arms thrown skyward. High fives from strangers. He was already imagining the post-game celebration, the cigars, the victory tweets. But football has a cruel sense of timing. The opposing team came back hard. A long bomb touchdown. A pick six on the next possession. Just like that, the score flipped. Confidence curdled into concern. Okay, he muttered, adjusting his lucky hat. Plenty of game left. The clock, however, seemed less forgiving. Second quarter spiral, frustration, anger, and existential crisis. By the second quarter, the wheels were wobbling. Penalties stacked up. Missed tackles. A fumbled snap that Shep swore echoed through his chest like a shotgun blast. He paced. He sat. He stood. He paced again. The mom next to him offered him a breath mint. Is that for stress relief? He asked. She smiled. It's for everyone's sake, sweetheart. He laughed barely. Then yelled again as another red zone opportunity died on the vine. This isn't a football game, he groaned. It's a Greek tragedy with a scoreboard. Anger bubbled. Not at the players, but at fate itself. At how cruelly the football gods toyed with belief. He began texting in all caps to his group chat. We can't tackle. What is happening? I swear if we blow this. His friends offered a digital chorus of shared despair. Halftime, silence, self-reflection, and the ghost of games past. Halftime brought no relief. Down 10. Spirits lower. He sat quietly, watching the marching band try their best to lift morale with trumpets and glitter. The sound blurred into background noise. He thought back to his college years, late nights, packed stadiums, rushing the field. He remembered how invincible football made him feel. How it made him believe, even if nothing else in life made sense. Now, he just felt old, tired, vulnerable. You okay? Asked the kid next to him. Shep looked over and smiled weakly. Just thinking. The kid handed him a peanut. It was oddly comforting. Third quarter surge, hope, grit, and the spark of belief. They came out swinging in the third. A 3-and-out on defense. A 48-yard bomb on offense. The fans erupted like a volcano. Shep screamed like he was possessed. He jumped. He danced. He hugged the dad in face paint like they were old war buddies. Momentum, beautiful, golden momentum, had returned. Hope, that glorious drug, began flowing again. His team clawed back. A field goal. Then a blocked punt. Then the game-tying touchdown. Tears threatened at the corners of his eyes. He blinked them away with a laugh. I'm too damn old for this, he said, hoarse but thrilled. Fourth quarter. The emotional gauntlet. With the score tied and 10 minutes on the clock, every second became a lifetime. Every play held the weight of destiny. And Shep? He was in the deep end now. Excitement surged when they took the lead with a miraculous scramble touchdown. Fear followed when the opponent broke off a 62-yard run. Desperation as the clock wound down and the other team lined up for a field goal to tie. Elation when it missed by inches. He collapsed back into his seat, head in hands. Is this what childbirth feels like? He asked aloud. Worse, said the woman behind him. This is SEC football. The final drive, transcendence. Then came the final drive. Up by 3. 2 minutes to go. 1 stop needed. Shep couldn't sit. He stood with hands on his head, breathing like he'd just finished a marathon. Come on, just one more play. The stadium noise hit decibels unknown to science. Third and long. Quarterback drops back. Pressure. A sack. A glorious, soul-satisfying sack. The crowd detonated. Shep screamed. The face paint dad lifted his kid in the air like Simba. Fourth down. Incomplete pass. Ball game. The final whistle, catharsis. As the final whistle blew, Shep's body gave out. He slumped into his seat, laughing and crying all at once. A grown man sobbing in public, and he didn't care who saw it. People hugged. Strangers kissed. Someone was waving a giant inflatable mascot in the air like a victory flag. It was chaos. It was heaven. It was everything. The aftermath, peace, stillness, and a full heart. 2 hours later, Shep was back in his hotel room. The loafers were off. The voice was gone. The soul? Still soaring. He sat on the edge of the bed, staring out the window at the glittering city. Below, Car horns honked in celebration. Somewhere, fireworks crackled. He poured a glass of bourbon. No ice. No need. To the boys, he said, raising the glass. And to every damn second of that game.